Hello everyone, Tech Gear Guy here today. Today we are looking at a HP ProBook 4720S. This is a one gigantic notebook. As soon as some of my people at my office looked at it and they just said, how large is that thing? So this is a it's not quite in their business line of notebooks, but it's not their consumer line of notebooks either. So it has some features which we're going to talk about, and I'll let you judge for yourself. So the top surface has a brushed aluminum type of feel, but there's quite a bit of a flex there on the top top lid. The front side of it shows your SD card slot and your audio input output. There is no latch or anything like that for the front. And on the side, you got some USB ports, modem, a DVD burner, and power input. And on the back side, nothing really. And then to the other side, you got your VGA, Ethernet, HDMI, USB, and eSATA as well, and express card slot. So it's a pretty cleanly laid out notebook. Once we pop the top open, again, there's no magnetic latch or switch or anything like that. So here's our laptop. As you can see, it has a same brushed aluminum type of palm rest, chiclet type of keyboard. This part here is recessed. It's a sunken down, and just one power button. There is no other button here for like a utility buttons, nothing like that. So it's a pretty cleanly laid out notebook. But I do want to share with you the piano black part right here where it's recessed. It is a trap for dust. I mean, it's collecting dust like you cannot believe. And as far as the actual laptop is concerned, the 17.3-inch screen is ginormous, and it's a pleasure to look at. This particular unit did not come with any kind of dead pixel. Screen looks bright. The bezel seems a little thick to me. There's a webcam towards the center of the top bezel. So let's kind of go over this real quick. What is nice about this notebook? It came preloaded with the Windows XP. However, you do get a full-on license for Windows 7 Professional. And the Windows 7 DVD that it comes with is not an upgrade. It is actually a full version of Windows 7. So you can boot off it and do a clean install of Windows 7, which is what I did. And as far as Geekbench Benchmark number is concerned, this is running Geekbench number of 4060. So that is a tad below of a 4200, which we registered with Lenovo ThinkPad T410, which was reviewed by me a couple months ago. But this runs on i5, Core i5 that is slightly slower. I believe it's M430, whereas the Lenovo T410 I used for testing was M520. Comes with the 4 gig of RAM. So obviously we use the 64-bit Windows 7 to take advantage of that, and has a 500 gigabyte hard drive running at 7200 RPM. So it is very zippy. It does not have the usual, the suspect slow hard drive that spins at 5400 RPM. So it is I won't say it's a barn burner, but it does have pretty decent speed. Does come with the ATI Radeon HD 4350 onboard graphics. So those of you who are looking for gaming laptops, you can play reasonable amount of gaming with this laptop with a gorgeous screen and pretty widely, comfortably laid out keyboard. You won't have much problem. So now let's talk about what I don't like about this laptop. First of all, besides the fact that the whole dust issue on the shiny plastic part, it's the same gripe I had on Lenovo T410. I don't mind the manufacturers putting the stickers on, but why do they have to put the stickers in the dead middle of the palm rest? Why couldn't they kind of position them towards the edge? And a lot of commenters also said if you don't like them, you can take them off. Yes, I get that. But, you know, it's a pain in the ass to peel them all off. Then if they leave any residue, now I have to bust out a bottle of goo off, and I got to clean that off. So, you know, the position of stickers, I mean, I think that could be a little bit more strategically positioned by the vendors. So that's one thing. Now, the biggest problem that I have with this particular laptop is the trackpad. Now, this entire trackpad right here is just like the MacBook Pro, right? So the buttons are not separately distinguished. All it has is the little line drawings to identify where the button part is of the trackpad. So even the button side right here, it's sensitive enough to pick up movement. And if you don't even touch the trackpad with your fingertip, and if you're just in the vicinity, if you're just even close, it'll pick that up. And the button itself is very mushy. It travels pretty far down, and it's not a very crispy feel to work with these trackpad buttons. And another issue, it's a minor issue, but I got rid of the factory installed Windows XP in favor of the Windows 7, but the Windows XP preloaded part came with a whole bunch of trialware, which I don't really particularly care about, or any IT manager with a brain. We don't need Corel Alpha's trial version preloaded. If we want the stupid thing, we will put that on ourselves. We don't need that pre-installed out of factory. That's just one of the examples of what came preloaded. If you're familiar with the ThinkPad from Lenovo, you know there is a ThinkAdvantage update drivers utility where it goes out to Lenovo's server, it updates the drivers. Well, this thing came with a driver DVD as well as application DVD, so you can pick which programs and which hardware drivers you want to load. Well, it takes very long time to load all the minimal hardware drivers to get that going, so I think that experience can be a little bit more elegant. So that is my complaint about this particular laptop. But also I need to bust out the manual and kind of go through. But if you look on the bottom of this laptop, it is nice and clean. What does that mean? There is no access panel for RAM, hard drive, nothing like that. So that tells me perhaps we will pop the keyboard open. Well, no, think again, because it is recessed and there is like no obvious way that I can see right now to get to inside of this thing for either replacing out memories or upgrade the hard drives, nothing like that. So that may be a potential issue down the road. So that's the HP ProBook 4720S. Out of 5 stars, I would give this laptop, even with all these issues, it does have a pretty decent performance at its price range, which is hair over $1,000. So I would give this laptop 4 stars out of 5. Until next time, this was your tech guy. Take care.